Yo, what's up guys? We're back with another video today, and in today's video, I'm going to be recapping everything that happened for UFC Fight Night Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. It was actually a solid event. Like, it started off kind of rough, and then it started to get better, and then it started to go downhill, and then it started to go uphill, and then it started to go really uphill at the end. If I had to give this card like a scale of 1 to 10, I give this card, honestly, a 7 or 6.5 out of 10. Like, it was actually a good way to end off the year. But I'll get into more of the fight. So, without further ado, let's get into them. The first fight we have, Kenon versus Peda Rodriguez. I got this pick wrong, so great way to start off the card, guys. Get the first pick wrong. But it was actually a pretty good fight for the first, fight on the card. And it was a female fight, because usually, prelim female fights, they're not that great. But this one wasn't that bad. There's not much I can say besides Rodriguez won the fight. She'll probably, I really have nothing else to say besides she got the win. And it was actually somewhat entertaining, so credit to Rodriguez, she got the win, and she was a big underdog, actually, so credits to her. Alright, the next fight we have is Davy Grant versus Roman Tavarez. I still think I got that name wrong, guys. Roman, he got schooled. I'm very upset that I got this pick wrong, guys, because I thought Davy Grant was going to be old. I thought he wasn't going to do good, but I'm not going to lie, there was a part of me in the back of my head that thought, well, Roman went to war with a guy he did lose to, and I don't know. So there was a part of me in the back of my head that was like, maybe Davy Grant does win this, and lo and behold, he does. The old man, UK man, does it. He upsets my pick, and not happy with this. Roman's he's just a bum. Okay, I can't say he's a bum. He'll probably improve because he is young. I think he's I think he's 27 or something. Yeah, he's 30 years old. He should probably be younger, but 30 years old, I think that's still decent enough. But he'll probably never be a champion realistically, but credit to Davy Grant. He won the fight. The old man did it again. Mavir versus Jamie Lee Horth. This was just an easy pick because Horth was stepped in this fight in a 2 weeks notice. This was a pretty easy win. Although I will say, watching the fight, Miranda was so tiny compared to her, man. Jesus, that was a crazy height difference. So I mean, I'd say that's a good win to have just because of how tall the lady was. Wow. There's not much else I can say besides she got that win, and kudos to her. Jons versus Felipe Lima. This was actually a pretty good fight. This was a good scrap. It went to a decision, but it was very close to being a finish. There were multiple occasions where a finish could have happened, but it just didn't. Felipe Lima had almost a submission on him twice, I think, and there were almost some knockouts happening. Miles Jons rocked Felipe in the second, I believe, and I was a little bit worried, but Felipe recovered, and he got the win by decision. So very excited for Felipe Lima to continue his career, and we'll see who he fights. I'm thinking about who he fights. I've got some ideas, but I'll save that for the next video. Woodson versus Fernando Patrino. Yeah, this was it was a whatever fight during it, and then Woodson just KO'd him. Nasty KO. I mean, it's not really the nastiest because we're gonna get to a fight later on that was a really crazy knockout. You probably know that fight I'm talking about. But Woodson, he got the KO. It's always the tall, lanky, skinny guys that always get the craziest knockout power. Carlos Prates, Alex Pereira, Woodson, these tall, lanky, skinny guys just have the craziest knockout power. And it's also crazy that Woodson was at 210 at one point of his career, and now he's at 145, and he's 6'2". How is he doing that? That's crazy. Credit to him. That's a good win. Or not, well, it's not a good win, but it's a good knockout to have. It was a pretty nice knockout to have. Joel Alvarez versus Darko Close. This was just an easy win for Joel Alvarez. I just realized, I didn't even realize this. Dude has like he has got 22 wins, but all of them are like 22 finishes. But yeah, that's a good win for Joel Alvarez. He got done in the first round. Did it way quicker than I thought. I don't know why. I don't know why I said decision or something like that. But as far as who he fights next, he should probably fight someone. I have a really good idea of a fight, guys. You're gonna love it. I'll save that for the video. But if he fights a ranked opponent, I wouldn't mind that at all. I think he low-key deserves it because he is a really good fighter. So yeah, good win for Joel Alvarez. Undefeated, never lost a fight. Michael Johnson. Okay, I'm obviously lying. No, Michael Johnson. I'm very happy. He got a knockout in the second round against Ottoman. Absolutely. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, he looked good. He was winning the fight in the first round, and then he started to like piece him up in the second, and then boom, he hit him with a nasty like hook, like his iconic like hooks that he does to knock out people. He did that against Ottoman, so great win for him. He doesn't look like he's aged one bit in this fight. And as far as who he fights next, I really don't know at the moment. I'll think of something, guys. And you know, it's nice to see Michael Johnson win, especially in an arena full of people. You know, having the crowd cheering for him. It was a nice moment to see. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of those feel good moments. Like, I know he won back in February, but like this win felt really nice to see. Nasuju Sterling versus Taco Tukos. What an absolute stink fest this was, man. What an absolutely horrific fight. Remove Taco Tukos, man. Remove him. Like, he's a terrible fighter. He was gassing out in like the second or third round, man. Remove him. He's horrible. He literally has no good skills besides just being a tough dude. But even then, Sterling wasn't even hitting him with that like much crazy shots. He was just doing ba uppercuts, ba uppercuts, some knees to the body or the head. That was it. He was literally fighting like a Muay Thai fighter. Like, Sterling didn't look great either. He looked horrendous. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he should have. I'm pretty sure Sterling was like a minus like 700 favorite to win this fight, and he won the fight. But when you're like a minus 700 favorite, that usually means you should get a finish in like the first round. I mean, like, come on. Like, yeah, he just looked terrible. This was a horrible fight. I'm thinking to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I watching the UFC? Like, shouldn't I be doing something else in life, like going to the games, playing baseball, hanging out with friends? But no, I'm watching Sterling versus Taco Tukos. Yeah. Honestly, if I had my way, I'd remove both of these guys because this was just a horrible fight right here. Horrible fight. Andreas Yanez versus Daniel Macros. Alright, with this fight, this was a very competitive fight right here. I, at first, had it for Andreas Yanez. Like, I kind of thought he low-key won the fight. But but it was a close fight, I felt. I felt like it was a close fight. I do somewhat agree that Daniel won the third round. At the same time, I kind of would have liked Yanez to win. I know I picked Marcos, but, like, I don't know. I'm glad I picked Marcos because he did win the fight, obviously. And, bro, but the crazy part is, like, right, people saying, like, here's the thing. Yanez could have clearly won the fight at the end of the third round if he had actually, like, started pressuring Marcos, because Marcos was literally walking away, trying to catch some breath. Like, I don't know why he didn't do anything. Like you have like 30 seconds left. You might as well just empty out the gas tank, because like, what else is there after the third round? But no, he didn't. He just walked him forward, and I think that literally cost him the fight right there. Like, if he had actually pressured him, maybe landed some more shots while Daniel was like walking away, he could have arguably won the fight. But he didn't really do that, and he's on the losing column. Alright, Vitor Patrino versus Dustin Jacobe. Holy moly, what a knockout that was. Okay, first of all, before we get into the knockout, I'm not gonna lie, this was a horrific fight as well. It wasn't as bad as the Sterling fight, but it was gonna get there. I was just like, oh my god, this is just two boring fights, like very close to one another. This is not gonna end well. And the moment I decide to like walk off, because I'm like, hold on, I gotta do some stuff. Dustin Jacobe does like a crazy knockout, arguably like one of the best knockouts this year. Like knockout of the year contender in my opinion. Like he just slept him. He did like a overhand right, I think it was. It's late at night for me, guys. I'm very tired. And he just knocked him like out cold to sleep. He was straight up went him to sleep. I don't know why I just said there, guys. Again, it's very late at night. But very good win for Dustin Jacobe. I'm so upset that I didn't pick him. I was very tempted. To pick him. Because, like, Vitor got submitted by Anthony Smith, but I went with Vitor, and I paid the price. In fairness, Vitor was winning those, like the whole fight, and he probably would have won by decision, but Dustin Jacobe just decided. He literally decided, yeah, I'm going to win now. I'm going to win, because, like, he literally was doing literally nothing throughout most of the fight, and then out of nowhere, he just decides to win. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm losing. All right, let me do a KO real quick. Boom! And he just knocks him out. So good win for Dustin Jacobe. Great knockout, like one of the best this year. And I like Dustin Jacobe, so very good win for him. Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva. Manel Kape just gained his aura back. I'm not gonna lie. Before this fight even started, I was like, this means nothing for Manel Kape, right? Like his aura is gone, whatever aura he had left after that Makayev fight. But after that fight with Bruno Silva, I feel like everyone's forgotten about the Makayev fight because he looked amazing in this fight. Also, Bruno Silva is so dirty, right? Dude hit him in the groin like 3 times and was like, and Manel Kape still whooped him like throughout the whole fight. And Manel Kape got him at the end with a groin shot. I mean, he hit him with one. I looked back at it. They replayed it. It was more like at the thigh, kind of like at the hip, kind of. But it was still kind of low blow, but it doesn't matter. Manel Kape whooped him. He would have won regardless. So, good win for Manel Kape. He looked amazing. He'll probably fight Pantoja, let's be real. After that performance, I feel like people would most likely want to see Manel Kape versus Pantoja over like Brendan Royval or Kaya Sakura. Maybe Kaya Sakura over him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But very good win for Manel Kape. He looked amazing. Cub Swanson versus Billy. I'm not even going to try to say his last name, guys. I'm terrible with names, so I'm not even going to try it. I'm very happy with Cub Swanson. Very happy he got this win. I like Cub Swanson. He's an old veteran, and I hope he retires. He didn't really say he retired. He kind of said it. He said his wife told him to retire or something like that, or he told his wife he's going to retire. So hopefully he retires. He's 41 years old. He's got nothing left to prove. That was like the best way you could end your career. You know, getting like a knockout over a young guy in an arena with the crowd cheering you, with the crowd wanting you to win. You can't get any better winning that. Like that's like Robbie Lawler when he retired. Like just retire. That's perfect for you right there. And I do believe he'll retire. I don't think there's anything left for Cub Swanson to do. So hopefully he does retire. And it was also just a great fight. Like it was a very back and forth fight. This was probably the best fight of the whole card. They were both going at it. I thought it was 1-1 going into the last round. I was like, man, if Billy keeps up this pressure, he could potentially win. But Cub Swanson kind of entered the flow state at the the third round, and he hit him with like a right overhand, and he just knocked him out just flat. So I mean, it's just really nice to see Cub Swanson getting the win, and hopefully he retires after this. To be honest, the main event: Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. I'm smiling as I record this. I'm so happy Colby Covington lost. I'm really happy Joaquin Buckley won. It was also just Joaquin Buckley looked amazing, right? He looked amazing. Like he made Colby Covington looked like a bum. Like, Kamaru Usman didn't really do that. Colby Covington had a competitive fight with him. I get it. Colby Covington was, like, in his prime when he fought Kamaru Usman in both of those fights. But Leon Edwards looked like the way Joaquin Buckley beat up Colby Covington made me realize how bad is Leon Edwards. Like, how bad is Leon Edwards? Because, like, bro, Colby Covington took a year off to fight Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards, like, just did tip-tap to win a decision. Meanwhile, Joaquin Buckley almost knocks him out in the first round, which is crazy to do. And then he dominates him for, like, the rest of the fight. He gets taken down a couple times, but he defends most of them. And even then, he gets up. Colby Covington does nothing when he takes him down. And his face was so teared apart. Like, blood was everywhere. It was really impressive for Joaquin Buckley. And I think Joaquin Buckley is low-key an underrated, like, fighter of the year category, because he started off this year, like, unranked, and then at the end of the year, he beats Colby Covington. Like, that's a crazy way to end off your year. And also, Joaquin Buckley, he also did 3 call-outs. He had the crowd decide for him, which was really clever. And the crowd basically chose Kamaru Usman. I don't mind that fight, guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the fight between Kamaru Usman and JDM. But I would love Joaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Usman as well. I don't know if he's going to get the Kamaru Usman fight. I would personally rather like to see that fight. But I'll think about the matchups. I would definitely prefer Joaquin Buckley to fight Kamaru Usman over JDM, in my personal opinion, but we'll see. Maybe I changed my mind, because it is late at night, guys. I want to go to bed. But, guys, that is me covering UFC Fight Night, Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. Like I said in the intro, this was actually a pretty good card. It started off meh, then went up, then went down, then really went up. And I think this is a good way to end off the year. I think a lot of fans are happy that Colby Covington lost, especially me. So yeah, hope you all enjoy this video. Hope you all have a good Christmas. I'm going to be uploading. I'm just saying that just because. And I will see you in the next video. Peace!